In Walmart's Huluville, everyone ready their cart. Amazing Black Friday deals are about to start. Online and in the app, such great deals to explore. Everything you love from tech, toys, and more. The days to save and the ones to remember. It's only the 25th to the 30th of November. Set your alarms. Don't miss out. These deals are epic, without a doubt. The Who's are all ready, but are you? Walmart Black Friday deals await. Who knew?
Reality radio for a really great future. We're talking real money.
You're doing the right thing. You're saving for retirement. You're having money taken from your paycheck every pay period and put into your 401k or 403b or 457, but generally 401k plan at work. You're being a diligent saver, investor, and retirement planner. Good for you. So what could go wrong? Hi, everybody. Welcome to Talking Real Money. I am Don McDonald in my studio in Florida. That is Tom Cock at the Appella offices in Bellevue, Washington, also in the Appella offices studio. And we're here to talk about retirement and money and investing and saving and spending and stuff because it's important stuff. So pay attention. Now, swore he was going to say something along the way. So I keep thinking he's going to say something.
Well,
but
I think I told you heading into this that I was at 80-something%, but then I started to get into the day more. I'm more like 55 or maybe 60%. So I'll push through it, though. Bang.
60% is better than dead.
Yeah, but it's heading the wrong direction because I think I was at 100 last
You've been at 100 for so long that you being 55 or 60 is really close to dead.
A lousy excuse, so we're going to get on with it. This is a great story, sad story, but a great story nonetheless.
Yeah, and it's one of, it appears, many, particularly with smaller employers. Now, I don't want everybody to go off in a panic and suddenly think that their 401k is in trouble, but there was a recent piece, was it in the Journal?
Wall Street Journal, yes.
The paper of financial record.
That's right.
About a woman who saved diligently into her 401k plan and then found out the money was gone.
Yeah, not by an insignificant amount either. This is by her claim $50,000. That's not just the money that wasn't put in there, but that's how much she believed she would have made. She had her employer deducting money early 2022 to put into a retirement account. Less than half that amount was transferred over. Wait a minute, the money was taken out of my check and not moved into the plan? A lot more cash would eventually vanish as well. She then embarked on a 3-year hunt to find out where it was and how she could get it back.
Yeah, this article points out something that I really hadn't thought of. And that is that up until it gets into the actual hands of your 401k custodian, your employer controls that money. They can do pretty much anything they want with it until they hand it over to that custodian. And it appears that some people are using that to pay the bills or keep the company afloat and not sharing that information with the employees whose money it's supposed to be.
Yeah, and I think when you and I were doing this on our own for our employees, we did it every couple of weeks for that exact reason. I didn't want to get it in there and think, oh, I got to pay the light bill or I got to pay the 401k. The money came out, went in there, and I think we did the match quarterly, every quarter. I think currently, is it more often than that? I don't know. I don't really pay enough attention.
I don't really
Which does
look
bring that to mind. That was one of the things when I read this. Yeah,
I was thinking the same thing. I don't look that often to see how much money is in my 401k.
Yeah,
but I think we're getting the moral ahead of the story.
Yeah, we are. The bottom line. By the way, we'll mention the company, Information Technology Partners, scoundrels, that kept promising to take care of this, we got it, et cetera, and then basically didn't. The Labor Department, which is where you would go if you had this problem because they regulate the employer-sponsored 401k plans, they told her, we're investigating. Not really much came of it after that. Her missing contributions.
Well, wait. Are there still employees at the Department of Labor?
No.
That may be why.
Well, maybe they're not getting their TSP
Right.
benefit as well. So we're not looking into yours because we're not getting ours. Again, she believes between what the money that didn't go in there and the investments that would have made her money, it was somewhere around $50,000. But at the Labor Department, they did find someone to talk to about this. So they say it isn't uncommon for small companies facing financial difficulties to delay moving 401k contributions they deduct from workers' paychecks into retirement accounts. Here's the part that's kind of interesting about this, Don. The Labor Department says companies are legally required to transmit 401k contributions as soon as administratively feasible, often within a few days.
There's a gigantic loophole you could run a herd of cattle through.
Yeah, there's a couple of contributions that, the Labor Department says it has recouped about $24 million in missing 401k loan payments and contributions over the past decade through more than 3,100 civil investigations. That's on top of the $260 million that was voluntarily returned by companies that failed to deposit the money. So when you go to Labor Department calls your company and they say, oh, yeah, of course, we'll get to that right away, right? But here's, again.
I meant to send that.
Yeah, that's coming soon.
Marge, did you send that check yet?
No, didn't. Retirement plans with fewer than 100 participants can be especially prone to such issues because they're generally exempt from annual audits that federal law requires.
That's where, but you know how many employers in America are that small? I mean, that's the bulk of
most
employers.
Companies. Sure.
Most employers are small companies. That's the norm. And that means that a lot of people's retirement funds might be at risk if you're not checking.
Yeah, and this got worse, by the way, because she also was later not paid her wages. Company was able to do that. She now figures the company owes her about $100,000, including unpaid wages, missing 401k contributions, lost 401k earnings, et cetera, et cetera. That money will be hard to get back, although that's certainly something you could do from a legal standpoint. But again, at the bottom line, I think you probably should be checking, I hate to say it, every month to make sure your contributions are getting in there. I've been very slack about it, but I did, after reading this, go look to make sure that, that went in. Yeah, it's there. You got to know that.
I'm old enough to remember the old days. And in the old days, you used to get a statement at least every quarter.
Yep.
Mailed to you on paper. Like,
Yep.
Do I have any of that stuff left? Oh, yeah, here's some.
You don't have much. I'm the paper holder in this relationship.
But now you have to go online, and you actually have to proactively make
and
an
you
effort.
should be doing that anyway. But if it turns out that the contributions were not made, yes, steps to be taken. First of all, yes, you should contact the Department of Labor immediately. Don't wait around. And if the company's telling you, we're going to fix it, I would still go to the Department of Labor immediately because,
well, as we see,
scary.
It takes a long time.
Indeed, that's what I'm saying. Number two is most companies, I think we used to have this too, have a Fidelity bond. You're required to, I think, when you have a 401k.
A Fidelity bond fund, you mean?
No. That's funny. No, Fidelity bond, though, so that you're insured against this kind of thing being a problem. And so sometimes you can recover from those. That would be something to check on, too. And then here's the other part of all this. Because she did this, you probably got to harass people. You probably got the government, et cetera, to say.
Oh, you mean just keep after them?
You got to, okay, that's harass is maybe a strong word.
The squeaky wheel.
Exactly. And you got to be that in this situation because, as they said, there's all these plans that are out there, some of which are being investigated and harassed on a federal level, and some are like, we'll get to that next week. But other than that, not a whole lot.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a lot of money in the grand scheme of things. I mean, what are we talking, $250 million?
Yeah. But $250 million here, $250 million there.
Yeah, pretty soon you're talking real money.
Yeah, right, exactly. So, but other than
that was not the out cue, by the way.
Oh, we keep going. Other than that, I don't know that there's a whole lot. You should be checking regularly. If there's a problem, you should immediately go to the Department of Labor, and you should probably find out as you're going if the company is having struggles if they have the Fidelity bond and what you might be eligible for under it. I don't know all those rules. But other than that, I don't know what else you can do. You have any other ideas on how to get your money that you never got?
The trick is to be diligent.
Yeah.
And that's generally the trick with almost everything. And it really, if you work for a major employer, this is much less of an issue. You know, somebody with thousands of employees, they're regularly audited. It's hard to fool a good independent auditor.
They'll know.
Not impossible.
No, we've seen that
and
too.
run.
Yeah. And if you're working for a major tech employer, you might want to check your text and email, see if you still have your job.
You mean you haven't been laid off yet? Like, like the note from the note, was it from Amazon to one of the employees that said,
it was in the journal yesterday.
Yeah, please don't come in today.
Don't come to work. Don't come to work. Yeah,
we'll send you your stuff.
We'll send you your things. Wow, that's talk about personal there, huh?
That was icy. That was icy. Man.
I've been reading a lot of the stuff on LinkedIn from a lot of people that have been working there a long time.
When you lay someone off, you should at least do it in a phone call. I mean, with a voice attached.
Wait, what about FaceTime? I mean, or something. Or
you mean
Teams
FaceTime as in
like
video
or video?
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Actually, I was going to say in person, but
that day
getting an employee in the office these days.
They got to be here to do that.
They have to be there.
They're not going to be here till next Tuesday. We're going to do this today. So
they can't. They can't be lounging on a beach in the Caribbean.
I'm working really hard right now.
Beach on the Caribbean.
What? Point. I'm working really hard, as you can see. Yeah. All right. Okay, let's go. We have, by the way, thank you for all the questions you've been sending us lately. It's been great.
We have so many questions that Tom has now changed the rule for our middle of the week programs.
Yes, to what?
To now we're going for 4 questions.
4 questions, man. 4 action-packed.
This is a lot more. This is a lot more work for my poor old brain because I don't hear these questions.
I know, but
I don't have a chance to prepare for these questions.
Sometimes I do, and sometimes I read them and think, "You got this, Don. You got this, man." Okay. From East Berlin, Connecticut.
Oh, I was going to say, wait, on the other side of the wall?
Deutsche,
East Berlin?
bitte. Joshua writes us. Would doing a backdoor Roth for 2025 in the first few months of 2026 complicate the process or filing of my taxes in any way?
No, not really. I mean, there is stuff you have to do, but you have to do that anytime you make a non-deductible IRA contribution. And that is I have it right here, the evil form. Isn't it the case with all tax forms that they're kind of evil? The non-deductible IRA form is 8606.
Yes, 86.
Do you know how many lines it is? Do you know how many lines it is?
No, how many lines? I know I filed one.
They're very tricky because there are more lines than it appears because, like, line 15 is line 15 A, B, and C. Oh, and line 25 is line 25 A, B, and C. So we're pushing 30 lines here on this thing. So we have that, but it doesn't matter when you do it. You have to do that.
Yeah, you can make the contribution. You don't have to do it in the same tax year, I believe, but you're going to have to label it so that you know what tax year it is for, right? So, yeah, I mean, I think I do my backdoor Roth every January for that tax year. Boom, it's over and done. But if you didn't have the cash, you could do it over time, sure. And remember, again, this is how those of you who have too much income can still do a Roth contribution by moving money into a non-deductible IRA and then moving that money into the Roth, right?
Right.
And that's a way you can still make a Roth contribution even though your income's too high.
Right. But again, we want to go back to the little caveat that a lot of people miss when we talk about backdoor IRAs and the non-deductible
backdoor Roths,
the non-deductible IRAs, is the fact that if you have a bunch of previously deductible IRAs,
it's a problem.
The tax-deferred kind.
Yep. Then
when you make the Roth backdoor conversion, you now have to also convert some of that IRA and pay
pro-rate. Yes, it's not fun. It's kind of complicated.
You need to be aware of it. That's all.
Very well. Because we don't mention every single thing attached to this. Someone will write and say, you forgot to mention.
Exactly. I know. We have to try to do it if we can. Like it's like basis point and percentage. We have to say basis point and percentage.
We're feeling very sensitive today. All right. Let's go to
because
Glendora.
Tom's at 55%.
I'm feeling like 57 now.
After working with him this many years, it's kind of like being married. We feel each other's pain.
That's true. Glendora, California, DK writes, thanks, Don and Tom, for all you do for the community. Hey, I love that. Longtime listener. Given the uncertainty of Social Security Trust not being able to provide 100% benefit, does it make sense to consider only 50% of the benefit in our planning of cash flow from Social Security during retirement? If I base the plan on what current levels and then retire early because the current plan says so, what happens if Social Security benefit goes down? How are you advising your current clients to deal with this uncertainty? Certainty. Yes.
It's so funny that we think something is uncertain when everything is uncertain. There's nothing in life that is certain except the fact that it's uncertain.
I thought it was death and taxes.
Well, but it's not certain when that's going to happen.
Oh, taxes and death in my case.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Does it hurt to be more conservative in your planning?
No.
Sure. No, that means that you're likely to save more.
Thank you.
And have a bigger cushion when you get into retirement. So from that perspective, it's probably a really good idea. But do I really worry that Social Security is going to end up being cut? No.
No, and when we run plans, we run them as if you get the full benefit for the entire period.
Yeah. Although I have to say that the world has really, for the first time in my many years of being alive, lately has really surprised me that things that I thought were norms are no longer norms, and they were norms for not only my life, but my parents' life and probably my grandparents' life, and now they're not norms anymore. So the norm would have been, if you cut Social Security, seniors are going to be up in arms. They're not going to vote for anybody who does it, but I don't know that it's uncertain. It's uncertain.
It's always uncertain. The reason I think it's unlikely is so many people depend on Social Security for so much of retirement income that it would be fairly catastrophic to those people, and therefore that could lead to where would people go that have to have that check every month to pay the bills? I don't know. How would that all work? It would be a mess. So do I believe that the money will still be there? Yes. Do they have to change something in the next, 12 years or something? Yeah. They've got to fix it.
Less.
So,
it's actually less.
9 or 10 or whatever it is.
It's like 30. What is it? 31, 32. It's not very far. So.
Okay. So they'll get to it probably in 31 or 32. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Kind of the way things work. All right. From Thomasville, Georgia. One of my favorite places to visit, Thomasville.
You don't even know where it is.
I don't have any idea. Jefferson writes,
I don't know that have you been to Georgia?
I've been to Atlanta.
Actually, not just through
I think it's just the airport. I think that's it, so I can count it.
Okay.
But yeah, it's a big airport, too, by the way. Jefferson writes us from Thomasville, Georgia. Hey, Don and Tom, what are your thoughts on a mid-cap blend exchange-traded fund?
Why?
He doesn't give us why. He just said, what are your thoughts?
I don't know why. I don't know why it's so important that people are obsessed with mid-cap.
Well, because when we talk about investing, we generally talk about small and large companies. We don't talk much about the stuff in the middle. But the
funny thing is when you look at most large and small, well-diversified portfolios, they kind of overlap in the mid.
I was just going to get to that. You end up owning many things in the middle because things are transitioning. Mm-hmm. Sometimes the cutoffs. So I would not go out of my way to go buy one, but you certainly could.
I would rather, because I'm lazy, I would rather just own like a VT or
that's going to have some mid-cap in it.
AVGE. They're all going to have mid-cap in them.
Yep. So the answer is no.
Not necessarily.
And I think if you looked at the portfolios we manage for people, we do not have a mid-cap fund per se.
One of the reasons is, again, we go back to the academic research, the data. The data doesn't support that mid-cap, actually emphasizing mid-cap, adds anything.
Yeah, the action has been on the outsides, large and small. Mid-cap, not so much. So,
It's like being the middle child.
That really sucks, let me tell you. Patrick writes us from Gresham, Oregon.
I'm not.
You're just trying to make sure everybody gets along, and it's not done
I
me
can
well.
tell you were one.
I know. It's would have been better on one end or the other. Patrick from Gresham writes, my portfolio definitely has hodgepodge-itis. Take 2 aspirin and call us in the morning. Take 2 Dawn pills, call me in the morning. I've been investing for 20 years and often went with the Vanguard fund that seemed right for my goals. I have a 60-40 split between equities and bonds. Early on, I picked the Vanguard Wellington and Wellesley income funds. Do you want to say what those are? Those are not income funds either.
Well, Wellington is a pure D, unadulterated, actively managed, balanced fund.
60-40, right?
Traditional 60-40 portfolio going back to the 1930s.
Focused on large, probably more U.S. I haven't looked at it in a while. But
big, large, heavy U.S. And Wellesley
was the 40-60, right?
The 40-60, and it's actively
similar stock
managed
makeup,
again.
Probably.
What?
Similar stock makeup. In other words, of the 40, it's going to be big, it's going to be U.S., and so that's not the – he admits it. He says those make up 10 and 9% of my portfolio. Listening to you over the years, I've begun to pay more attention to the fees associated with these funds. Since these funds are both included in the taxable portion of my portfolio, I'm hoping to decrease my fees moving forward by investing the dividends and capital gains distributions in the ETFs that closely mirror these funds. Now, I got to ask why you would do that, because if you're going to pay taxes on the dividends and capital gains, well, the dividends you could just take out and buy something else entirely. Vanguard has not made those available, hasn't done the conversion where you can.
They are not ETFs, no.
Okay.
No, they are funds.
Yep.
And I'm trying.
And while you're doing that, he says,
I'm trying to pull up Wellesley income. It's really hard.
He says this is going to be a slow process. He's 72, can't afford the tax implications if I convert these funds in a taxable account. Okay. It would make sense if they were in a traditional IRA, sure. Am I looking at this right? Yeah. The bottom line is there's no way around the fact that if you go to sell these, you're going to be able to avoid capital gains taxes because there will have been growth in these funds, especially if you've been holding them for 20 years. No doubt. So there really is no one simple way to do that other than what you said, taking the dividends and going ahead and buying something else.
Yeah, instead of
diversify the portfolio.
them.
Yeah, I just wouldn't reinvest them. But other than that, no, I don't have a trick on how to fix up this hodgepodge-itis. There really isn't one.
Well,
you could do it over time.
No, it's called biting the bullet and paying the taxes.
Taxes,
And then
right,
I hate that we get so. You've got a profit. You made money. Someday those taxes, unless you're doing this as a hobby, you're just collecting portfolio pieces and you're going to leave them to your kids so they get the step up, which is a weird game to be playing. I don't understand what the benefit is, except to your kids. You're going to pay taxes eventually on these things. So create a plan that minimizes the taxes, but you're never going to eliminate them completely.
So figure out what room you have in your tax bracket to sell those off without going to the next one, so you don't creep up to the next one. Sell them, pay the capital gains tax, and then look at it for the next year so that over time you're cleaning it up. So,
wow, Morningstar is running really slowly.
You sure it's not your computer?
Well, you know how I know it's not my computer? Because
I don't look slow?
You're on it.
Oh.
And so we're doing this with you on my computer, and there is no lag, so I know the speeds are good because the voice quality and the video quality are good. It's Morningstar. It's totally Morningstar. They're really slow right now.
Okay.
So I can't do my complete analysis.
It's quite all right. Those are not funds we would use nor recommend. Correct. Yeah. That's it. That's all the questions.
I thought you had 4.
That was 4.
That was 4 already?
That was 4 already, yeah.
We got 4 questions in less than 30 minutes?
How about that?
Are you sure that was 4?
And at 55%. Next show, I'm going to be at a full 60, so look out.
Well, we can hardly wait for that one to happen. And, the good news is you only have to wait a couple of days for that one.
Exactly.
It's not long.
We're so good.
We're so good. We're so caught up with shows that I think... Here, I'll tell you.
Is this going to be like the Christmas Day special?
I'm going to tell you I'm trying to get caught up for your many vacations.
Oh,
this one is going to air. What date is this? It's the 30th. Okay, yeah. This one is going to air on. It's going to air on November 17th.
Wow, it's like 10 days before Thanksgiving or something.
So
that's crazy.
The 20th will be the next one where you're going to be at 60%.
Oh, that's the day I have to take the dog in to get his eye removed. Not going to be a fun day, but anyway.
God, if this show was airing around Halloween, that would be appropriate, but
it's not. They put him under. You're not going to pry his eye out while you're standing there with this leash on or something. Okay. So anyway. Speaking of mini vacations, we just met with our financial advisor, and he had the nerve to tell my wife in front of me, "You need to learn how to spend more money." I almost killed him. I said, "What?
You're
fired.
You guys spend plenty."
I know. I said,
you outspend Debbie and I about 10 to 1.
I know. Bring in the next one. So
Debbie and me.
You can probably plan on some of those vacations in 2026 is what I'm getting at.
You don't like science fiction, right?
Well, I am watching Outlander, so I guess I do.
No, but I mean, I watched recently with my Vision Pro. I'll go to bed and I'll watch stuff. And God, the Vision Pro is amazing. If you're watching stuff alone, it's amazing. And I decided I flipped over to Disney Plus where Hulu is, and I read the reviews and they were great. And I enjoyed the Sigourney Weaver movie Alien.
Yeah, good film. I wouldn't watch it again because I'm still scared when I'm thinking of it.
I watched Alien Earth.
You ever saw that one?
No, it's a TV show. And
okay.
Oh my! You want to be grossed out? That's the place to go.
Good.
Speaking of eyes, just go watch it for the cat.
No, I'm good with that. Oh, and before we run out, speaking of days,
it's awful.
We're running out of days this year. So if you want to get some planning done, you want to look at your portfolio and all that stuff as you head into, can we say it, 2026, this is the time to chat with someone now about that. Get moving. What?
Wait.
I'm running out of time.
2026 is 2025 just started.
I know it's days. I know, and I just saw a picture from 2015. I was like, that's 10 years ago. So, at any rate, if you want some help, go to talkingrealmoney.com. Click on Meet an Advisor, and yes, I take many of those meetings.
Keep the questions coming. Go to talkingrealmoney.com or call us on Saturdays at 855-935-TALK, starting at 3 p.m. Eastern. Now. We're almost at 30 minutes. We have 1 minute until we're at 30 minutes. You have 1 minute.
I just did my 1 minute. I'm done.
Do you have
I only
anything
had 55%. No, that's all I got. The tank is empty. That's over.
We're gonna take a break here before we record anything else and get Tom some Energizer batteries.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. Something. All right. Thanks for being there. Thanks for listening, and thanks for talking real money.
The opinions and views expressed on this podcast were current on the date recorded. Opinions, estimates, forecasts, and statements of financial market trends that are based on current market conditions constitute our judgment and are subject to change without notice, including any forward-looking estimates or statements which are based on certain expectations and assumptions. Although information and opinions given have been obtained from or based on sources believed to be reliable, no warranty or representation is made as to their correctness, completeness, or accuracy. Information presented on the podcast is not personalized investment advice from Appellate Wealth. The views and strategies described may not be suitable for everyone. This podcast does not identify all the risks, direct or indirect, or other considerations which might be material to you when entering any financial transaction. Past performance does not guarantee future results, and profitable results cannot be guaranteed. We hope you realize that the information provided on Talking Real Money is for informational, educational, and hopefully enjoyable purposes only. The The podcast is not trying to get you to buy or sell any financial products or securities. Instead, the program is provided as a public service by Apella Wealth, a fee-only registered investment advisor. Please see Apella Wealth's ADV Part 2A on our website for information regarding Apella's fees and services. Apella Capital, LLC, DBA Apella Wealth, is an investment advisory firm registered with the Securities and Exchange Commission. The firm only transacts business in the states where it is properly registered or excluded or exempt from registration requirements. Registration with the SEC or any state securities authority does not imply a certain level of skill or training. Apella does not provide tax or legal advice, and nothing either stated or implied here should be inferred as providing such advice. Thanks for listening, and please visit TalkingRealMoney.com for more information and important disclosure related to performance of any specific index or fund quoted in this podcast. And the lawyers get richer.